this Thursday I am doing something rare, which is maintaining my stone cold sober demeanor. And honestly, usually in these videos I have like a beer, so yeah, I'm like not really, you know, I'm mostly sober. But tonight I'm going to be trying Athletic Brewing Co.'s Run Wild IPA. This is a non-alcoholic beer. It's less than 0.5% ABV, which is actually pretty standard for like non-alcoholic beer. It usually does have like a small percentage of alcohol in it. I've actually been meaning to try this for a while. I've heard that it's not that bad, and I've actually personally just been trying to drink a little bit less. I feel like drinking is such a ritual, especially when you have I have a pretty physical job, so it feels nice to come home, crack a cold one open and relax, and there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think that I'm overdoing it most of the time, but I am curious to find other things out there. So I've been exploring. I've tried a lot of different things recently. I might do a whole video on this at some point, but you know, I tried like, there's a kombucha that's like a rosé kombucha, which it was okay. I tried like an adaptogen based kind of fermented drink. It's by the Synergy, that's what they're called. GT's. It's by the GT's brand that does all of the kombuchas. And then there's like so many other ones online that use adaptogens. And like, I mean, do I really think adaptogens are doing anything? Not really. There's not a lot of scientific evidence out there that these like adaptogenic mushrooms are really doing much at all, but they've also been used for thousands of years in Eastern medicine. So I'm willing to give it a go. And then there are like other new non-alcoholic beverages coming out that are supposed to use lab-made chemical compounds that, you know, mimic the euphoric effects of alcohol without any of the other stuff. Anyway, I didn't mean to ramble about this again. That could be a whole video alone if I ever like save up the hundreds of dollars it would take to buy all of these, because they're insanely expensive. But tonight we're trying the non-alcoholic beer, and this one is special. So I did read a little bit about how non-alcoholic beer is made. Basically, for many years it was just mass produced. The beer had alcohol in it. They would boil it or heat it in a vacuum to maybe like help the flavor maintain a little bit more, or filter it to get all of the alcohol out, and that kind of created just a bland, mass-produced macro beer. And then Athletic Brewing Co. came along and spent a lot of time experimenting to create a non-alcoholic beer that tastes like a craft beer. So we will see if it does or not. I'm about to open this. Is this the most boring Thirsty Thursday ever? Maybe. Love that sound. See, I always try to make this the thumbnail. Oh, and I always spill. It looks like beer. Okay, it wasn't a good pour. It's never really a good pour for me. Okay. I guess what else is new with me? I mean, you know what? Let's just taste it out of the can, because that's how I normally drink beer anyway. So let's taste it out of the can, and then we can always taste it out of the thing. I'm sorry, I just like, I have been eating so much sugar and I'm breaking out, and I just like can't stop thinking about it, especially when I'm on camera and I know people can see it. So whatever, we're 4 minutes into this thing. I'm gonna try the beer. That is kind of insane. It smells exactly like an IPA, and it actually pretty much tastes exactly like an IPA. Interesting. I'm like, I feel like I never like truly can convey when I am surprised or like something. Like, I feel like there's something off in my emotional response, but this is so surprisingly good to me. Like, I would never ever have expected it to taste this good. And I know people who drink this and they told me it was good. It actually tastes like an IPA, and I don't feel like it's missing anything without having the alcohol there. Also, it's only 70 calories. Let's try it out of here. This is like good enough now. Yeah, it smells piney. I would say the only thing for me that feels totally different than drinking just a traditional IPA is that it's a little, almost tastes like a little corn-like on the finish, like a little corny. There's just something on the very end of it that does, it finishes a little bit different, which makes sense. You know, there's no alcohol there kind of drying out your palate at all. You're only left with like the taste of the hops and the malts and the yeasts. So other than that though, it really does have the taste of an IPA. It actually kind of reminds me of the Deschutes IPA that I like so much. I think it's the Fresh Squeezed. I can never remember because I feel like they all have really ambiguous names. Wow. I would definitely give this, I would honestly give this like a 4 out of 5 for what it is, but also just as an overall well-balanced beer, just without the alcohol. I'm ultra curious now what some of the other ones that I've seen are. Like, I know Heineken has like a 0% ABV beer. I'm gonna go ahead and guess that it's nowhere near as good as this one. I'd say if you're in the market for drinking beer that doesn't have alcohol in it, which I don't know how many people are, but if you are, give this one a go. I guess that's it. This was pretty short, sweet, and to the point. I don't really have a whole lot else to say. I will be doing a super special White Claw review for next Thirsty Thursday. That video is probably going to be the opposite of this video. I also have a vlog coming out soon. I'm in full production mode right now with making videos and other stuff, so keep checking back. Thank you for watching, hanging out with me this Thirsty Thursday. This was, yeah, maybe boring, but I'm ultimately glad on a personal level that I did try this beer. So, bye!